Hello everybody. Now it's the first day of term for you. It's a Monday morning or a Monday afternoon if you're watching this. And it's the last day of term for me and it's really chilly. So I've got my scarf on today, my bright jumper, and we're starting a new term of maths this term, and we're looking at addition and subtraction. So let me share my screen. We are really going to throw ourselves into this, and all of you guys at home, now hopefully you can see my screen, should have your amazing White Rose booklets, and we're going to really power through these this term. And when you come back to school, there are going to be some pages that we're not going to do now whilst you're working from home, and when you bring them back to school, we're going to complete those pages that we've got left over as early morning work. So what I'm going to do is list all the page numbers on your weekly timetable, and they will be the pages that we'll focus on when we come back to school, because they are fantastic booklets and an amazing resource. Okay, so first of all, let's think about our number formation. Now this term, what I want you to do is choose a number that you would like to focus on, and really pause the video now and come back to me when you've had a chance to practice that number. It might be two numbers that you want to focus on, but I would suggest just looking at one and focusing on one per maths lesson. Okay, off you go. Well done, well done. Okay, so we're going to play a game now, and I like to call this ping pong with my class. And we're going to think about bonds to 10 first of all. I'm going to say a number and you're going to say the other number that makes 10. So if I say 4, if I bat it to you, you're going to say 6. Brilliant. I say 2, you'll say 8. I say 3, you say 7. I say 9, you say 1. Brilliant. And you might want to pause this now and just play in your class, or if you're at home, play with the person next to you. Okay, now the same rule applies, and we need to think about these relationships between numbers when we work our way up to bonds to 20. So if I say 2, you'll say 8. If I say 12, you'll say 8. Okay, so we'll start off with that today. If I say 3, you'll say 7. If I say 13, you'll say 7. Can you see the relationship? If I say 4, you'll say 6. If I say 14, you'll say 6. So you can see the relationships, and I really want to focus on that this term because it will really help us when we come to doing some trickier ways of addition. Well, they're not going to be tricky because you guys are going to know your bonds to 20 and look at those relationships as they go right up to 100, those numbers, and it'll really help you with your addition. So pause the video now if you need to, if you want to, and have a practice at playing bonds to 20. Well done. Okay, that's our challenge for later. So I'm going to stop share and I'm going to share with you a new PowerPoint that we're going to work through today. Share screen, where am I? Okay, we should all be able to see this. Okay, so I wonder if anybody can guess by looking at this what we're learning about. Gives you a little clue. We're learning about one more and one less. So that's what we're going to be looking at today. And we're going to be looking at the pages 26 right through to 29 in our White Rose booklet. So that's the activity you're going to complete after this. So we're looking at adding with one more, and we're looking at subtracting with one less. So we really need to think about our 10s and 1s. And that's a fantastic time to use the MathSpot website as well, where we can use Deans to help us, and that will really help you. So we've got 5 10s, 4 1s. Oh, what did we have before? We had 5 10s and we had 3 1s. And now we've got 5 10s and we've got 4 1s. What's the relationship? It is 1 more, adding on 1. Brilliant. And that's our calculation there. Take 1 away. 54. Take away 1 is the same as 53. So we can look at it across a number line, or we can look at it with our deans. And there's the relationship between the two. And here I've got a number track. So what I would like you to do now is pause the video and have a go at filling in the number track. You've got the representations, the pictorial representations below. Brilliant stuff. Okay, hopefully we should have the answers now. Fantastic. Now, as you can see, parents at home, I'm using the NCTM website, which is a really fantastic resource for mastering maths. We do mainly use it as teachers. It is quite complex to work through, but there are some really good resources on there that we'll be using within our lessons this term. Okay, so I've represented it now as a part whole. So if I have 1 here, what's my missing part? Can anybody tell me? 1 and something make 35. Let's see if you were right. 34, brilliant. I've now gone back to my number line. We're looking at lots of different ways of representing this. 1 less than 40. 40 take away 1 is 39. Add 1. 19 add 1 is 20. 20 take away 1 is 19. Oh, we've got a, who remembers what these are called? Bead string here. And why do we have different colours? We've got a block of white and we've got a block of red. Why do we have that? Who can remember in class when we use this? We may have bead strings on the maths website as well. We'll have to explore in a minute, but that would be another really good thing to use with this. Who can remember why we have blocks of white and blocks of red? Excellent. Each of them represent 10. So we've got 10 here and we've got 10 here. Oh, apologies. We may not have had actually. I've just guessed then. I've made that assumption. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Definitely got 10 here. How many have we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I've just added on 10. So I've just slotted on 1. Who could tell me what I had before? I had 19 before, didn't I? So there's my 19 there represented by deans. Add 1 is the same as 20. And we've moved them over because we say, you're not 10 ones, you are a group of 10. And there you can see it's transforming into a group of 10. And if we take away 1 again, it goes back to 9 ones. What do we have left? We have 19. Well done. Okay, and you can see here I've represented that as a part whole. Back to my number lines. So we're looking at number lines today, and I have found a number line you can use on the MathSpot website, and I think this is always a really, really good tool to use when we're looking at adding on 1 and we're subtracting 1, or any number, any single digit number, because it's really visual to see the numbers getting greater and the numbers getting less. And who can remember that important rule? There's an animal that we always pretend to be when we're working with a number line, and it jumps. And who can remember what we always talk about? Brilliant. I always explain it as a frog jumping from the lily pad, and the frog has got to jump directly onto these numbers. So in this case, we're moving up the number line, we're adding, the number is getting greater, but we always directly land on that number. And that just ensures that we're accurately going to get the correct answer. Who can tell me what the next one's going to be? 1 more than 39 is 40. 1 more than 49 is 50. Excellent. You guys are getting this really well. 1 more than 59 is, 1 more than 69 is 70. Excellent. And 1 more than 79 is 80. Ooh, who can see a slight pattern here, haven't we? We've got a slight pattern here. Who can notice the pattern here between these 3 numbers? Pause the video now and talk to your teacher or your grown-up at home about this. Excellent. When we look at the 10s and 1s, the 10s are changing, aren't they? The 10s are getting greater. We're adding on 10 each time, but the 1s column is always staying the same. This 9s digit is always remaining the same. Brilliant. Can never remember what's coming up next on this PowerPoint. And again, we have that relationship. Okay, we're adding on 1 to get to 90. We're adding on 1 to get to 100 from 99. But you can see here, there's a relationship between these two numbers. Now we're looking at 1 less. So I wonder if you want to pause the video now before I go through the answers and look at each of these numbers and tell your grown-ups what 1 less is. If you think you're really confident with that, you might want to tell them what 5 less is, okay, or 4 less is, but you try and use the number line to do that accurately. Well done. Let's go through the answers. 1 less than 30 is 29. You can use those sentences. It's really powerful to use that language. 1 less than 40 is 39. 1 less than 50 is 49. Sometimes it's trickier to talk through those using that language. Excellent. 1 less than 60 is 59. You do the other two. Excellent stuff. 1 less than 70 is 69. 1 less than 80 is 79. Okay, so this is when we can start to look at working with bigger jumps. Now, as you can see, the arrow on the screen here has just jumped straight onto the next number. But what should it have done really so we can ensure that we're really confident that we're going to get the right answer? Remember thinking about my frog on that lily pad. What should it have done really? Excellent. And this is where I wasn't a fan of this PowerPoint. It's really, we should be jumping directly onto those numbers. So we know we've definitely done 6 jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 more than 3 is 9. Okay. 6 less than 9 is 3. 9 take away 6 is 3. We can look at all of those relationships. So pause the video now. And for this one, between 23 and 29, use those sentences to describe what is happening on the number line. Excellent stuff. Lots of lovely language there. So what I would like you to do is pause the video now and have a go at drawing this number line out and having a go at these using your frog and your lily pad, and you're jumping up the number line. We're jumping up because the number is getting bigger. We are adding. Okay, and if you want to, you can also use MathSpot website to help you with this. Okay, do this and then come back to me and we'll go through the answers. Excellent stuff. Okay, if you got 7, you were correct. If you got 17, you were correct. If you got 27, you were right. And if you got 37, you were right. Well done. Some more for you to do here. So pause the video again now and have a go. I always like it when we start from just any number. Okay, we don't always have to start from 0. We can start from any number. Off you go. Well done. Let's go through the answers. 47, 57, 67. Excellent. Now, my challenge to you this time is to draw the number lines and have a go at doing the answers, but also having a go at writing these calculations. And they've written the calculation with the answer at the end. Is there a way that you can start with the answer? Have a go. Excellent. 77, 87, 97. Well done, everybody. Back to our bead string. You can see that I've got a 4 and a 3 here, and it's equal to 7. It's the same as 7. Oh, and do you remember we talked about those relationships, those number relationships? So 14 and 3 is also the same as 17, or 4 and 3 is the same as 7. So we're starting to analyze and look at those relationships, those links that numbers have got with one another. What have we done? Oh, the tens column has changed again. Now we've got 24 add 3 is the same as 27. And it's changed again. 34 add 3 is the same as 37. Now I think I'm going to whiz past that one. So let's go back to look at a couple of these now. Okay, so I would like you to pause the video now and have a go at doing these. What can you see the differences this time to the ones that we were working out before? What is it doing now? Excellent. It's subtracting, isn't it? The numbers are getting less. Okay, the numbers are getting smaller. So have a go and then come back to me when you've finished. Remember, if you'd like to challenge yourself, have a go at writing the calculations the other way round. Excellent. 6. Excellent. 16. Excellent. 26. Excellent. 36. Well done. Sorry, year 2. I just got interrupted then. Halfway through my maths lesson. Right, where are we again? Hopefully everybody can see that. Okay, this is the joys of recording. So 49. Take away 3 is 46. 59 take away 3 is 56. 69 take away 3 is 66. Excellent. And here we are, we're at the end now. Okay, so let me go back to my smarts. So what you're going to all do is you're going to complete using the MathsBot website for number lines and Dean's. You're going to complete your white rose pages. And in addition to that, you've also got some challenges here. So you can pause the video now if you would like to have a go at either of these challenges after you've done that, because I understand that for some of you, this is quite straightforward. However, this is what we want to start with, just to get our brains warmed up. And as we go throughout the rest of the term, the addition and the subtraction will get a little bit more challenging and a little bit more tricky. So we just want to get our brains in gear and get them warmed up. I cannot wait to see all of your pictures and things that you've been doing on Class Dojo. One of the things that I would just quite like to share with you, everybody can see this on MathsBot website, is the number line. Now, I couldn't find this underneath the manipulative section. So what you will have to do is go into the search bar, and I just typed in number line. And what did I do? I didn't have it like that. Let's refresh it. Can hear year 2 coming back in from their PE lesson. I used multi-number line. Perhaps it was that one that I used. So you can change it in the steps that it goes up in. Does it go up in 2s or 1s? How many parts does it have? What are the numbers you want it to go up to? You can organize the length to make it wider or smaller. There's lots of different things. You don't have to start at 0. Okay, I know some of you will be working with greater numbers, so you might want to start it up from a higher number and make the parts lower. So you can do all sorts of things with this, and it really is an excellent tool. So please do use the number line. Please do use 15s if you'd like to on the MathsBot website, because it will really, really help when you're looking at subtraction and addition throughout this term. Okay, have lots of fun, and I will see you back tomorrow for our second maths lesson. Bye.